Welcome back to my game. I'm leveling a character named Lambina, who's a druid. I don't know why I skipped this character, but oh well. Um, you can see that these characters are now in their mid 60s or whatever, and I just picked this one at random just to see how much rest she had. Right now, she has, if we look at the macro that I have, which is right there, 15 bubbles of rest. If I look at Altaholic, she's at 51%. Now, the funny thing about that is I created this little guide for myself when I was leveling a few other characters. I sort of did an analysis of all the quests in the zone, which ones I could get through for the maximum amount of XP with the least amount of effort. Front loading the kill quests because they open up other things. So I don't want to like kill 50 things. Well, I want to kill the fewest number of things possible because that ends up, eating up or saving rest bonus because rest bonus is really premium, right? So in my testing, it eats up about 50% of a full rest bonus. So this character has 51%. So it'll be interesting to see where she lands. So if we start from the top here and I just page down, you can see there's Hunter Prep. So I want to have a bear pet for the quest called Colossal Menace. And there's another one that is a drop from that. I need to make sure I buy Netherguard Bitter, which I should have done on all my characters already. And then at the Honor Hold Keep, get Know Your Enemy, Legion Reborn, and I'll just sort of like, I'll go through this and I'll page through it. Or this is the next one, Path of Anguish. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just pull this up in sections as I do it, right? So I'm gonna do these first, right? Mostly these first, because I've already done this. Okay, now I'm here. Okay, so I'm gonna put that on my other screen, turn my sound back on, turn my music back on. So Know Your Enemy and the Legion Reborn. This is basically where I set all my characters. Like they would come here when they reach 60. They get their flying. They would come here. Well, they already had their flying if they were a druid, but they would get their Azeroth flying if they were a druid.
You got my
I'm going to grab Waste Not, Want Not.
Watch, get her back.
I'm going to turn in this quest.
Well met.
And I have questies set to automatically turn in when possible, when there's no choice to make. And then I have to manually take a quest because I want to not take every quest there is. I only want certain quests. Again, because I'm trying to avoid, except right now when I'm front loading the kill quests, where I have to kill like 20 orcs, which I would prefer not to do, but that opens up other things that I want to do initially, right? That are experientially lucrative. I will swap to bear for some of this. Hitting my rib with 2 combo points is usually enough to kill anything in this. It's not an elite. Oh, except that guy. Again, I just have to kill 20. If they get low enough on health, then I can just do a ferocious bite. I'm a feral kitty on this one, which is my typical way of soloing. And this is her build, prowl, savagery. I prefer quality of life gifts, glyphs whenever possible. So aquatic form, which isn't going to really help me here, but it helps in other places. Yeah, I need to change that, don't I? That needs to change to the cheetah, but that's not going to matter right now. I just hadn't gotten around to doing this character because she was still healing dungeons. That's how I got her to 60. picking up wood, picking up metal, killing enemies, like 8 of 20. Of course, I can fly to do this. Don't even have to land to pick up quest items, which is nice. That's one of the hacks that you have as a feral as a druid, any kind of druid. You don't actually have to land to pick up lootables for quests. So like I could just hover here and just get low enough to hit this, and these guys won't see me because they're melee. That guy's a melee. He doesn't even know I exist. See that? I can be right above his head. That close, he can see me. But you have to be really close for them to see me. Now it's different with herbing. You actually have to land to herb. It was originally not like that, where you could hover, but then they realized it was being exploited, so they fixed that pretty quickly. By the time I was herbing on my druid, they had fixed it, so that was annoying. I forget when that was. Late in BC, early Northrend. Maybe it was the Northrend patch, I don't remember. Let's go ahead and do this in bear form real quick. I need to change something here. Macro. This is gonna go here. Maul's gonna come out. I figured this out. Maul doesn't really do much for me. And let's put in Swipe. See, Bear's pretty tanky. Now, normally I would just use the one button. You can see right here, for example, this is becoming available. I'm not really building much rage. Or as the gnomes say, not enough rage. When they're like a gnome warrior. So my hope is to get about 2 levels of activity. Back to kitty.
Work complete.
Okay, so that one's done. That was easy. See you, baby. Have fun at work. I'm gonna play this game while you work. You work, men. That's a Faulty Towers joke. You are a hideous orangutan. Come on. Come on. Over here. See, it's weird. The way they've designed slash and thrash and swipe is not great. Their cooldowns are a different number of seconds, and it's really annoying. Like if you look at their, the abilities, swipe, it's well, I guess this doesn't have a cooldown, but it's the global cooldown, right? There's some timing thing where when I just had thrash, it would like cast, but then swipe was actually available before the macro would go to the next, before it would go to the next thing. I forget exactly what it was. Okay, so on these, okay, we're right here, right? We're right here. Actually, I'm right here. So I did this, so we're gonna get these other 2 quests. So for the first several quests, they're all basically items that would replace heirlooms, which is a disappointment because heirlooms are obviously better. So for the first several quests, I'm just going to pick whatever item sells the best.
Can I help you?
Iron Star Repeater,
Be
example.
careful.
Ill Omens, yes, but we're not picking up anything else. All right, so now we go to the East Supply Caravan, which is over there. We'll come back and do this later. There's a reason we'll do it later. It's just not optimal pathing, because I basically integrated the speed that I'm flying around, right? Because I'm not very fast. I'm not on the ground, which is good, but I'm still not super fast. So that sort of, it's an artificial limitation that I imposed upon myself, that I don't want to just go do every little thing, right?
Safe
Citadel, yep.
travels.
Work complete.
Now we're going to do the Path of Anguish. So I begin, Path of Anguish, begin invading Citadel. Now I'm at number 8, Path of Anguish, do the Path of Anguish. So I'm going to do this in bear form because it's much easier to do. See how swipe is available sooner in some cases? Right there was available. I mean, it might be overkill. I might not need that in the long run, but it was just something I noticed. And it actually made me notice it was I put, I was having problems getting thrash to even switch over to swipe. Like it wouldn't show swipe. I would hit thrash and then nothing would change. I'm like, okay, that's, why is, like it's changing now, right? But it wasn't changing before. So I'm like, well, I'll put swipe on the bar and see what swipe is doing and see if it's, you know, even cooling down or whatever. And it was cooling down. As soon as I put swipe on the bar, the thrash macro was working. I'm like, okay, that's I don't know why that would occur. But that seemed to like magically make the thrash macro, the thrash swipe macro work properly. Form. This. Basically just 2 spells, really. That's all you need for this. And you could even just do thrash. You could just stand there and do nothing. But swipe at least has some supplemental damage you can kick in there. Let's see where there's no Fell Reaver. Good. Fell Reaver sort of passed through this area, so we have to be aware. But see, I could do swipe before thrash was available. So putting them on the same spell is sort of like not really great for me. Okay, I think I'm done. Okay, so I did Path of Anguish. Now I'm step 9. Let's take a look at it real quick. I just did this. So now I'm going to go turn that in. I'm going to get Expedition Point. And I'm going to go do Ill Omens, which I got at the guard tower. And then I'll turn all that stuff in. Again, I could do this from memory at this point, but I'm just following it just to make sure that my thing is correct. Mostly at this point, just make sure I have no mistakes in it.
Light be with you.
Let's see, I think, which one is the most expensive? This one, right? I need to add that in there, that which item is the most expensive, which one gives the best.
Go with honor, friend. Be careful.
That. Now we're going to do Ill Omens, which takes place here at Zethgor. In this place. You just need to grab 1 cursed omen off of an enemy. I don't like these quests where you collect items from enemies because invariably you have to kill twice as many or sometimes 3 times as many to get the items. And that really burns through the rested XP. But we'll see where I land at the end of this. I need more hit. Last time I got it on the first drop, which was nice. Shit, I didn't hit I saw the icon up there and I was like, oh, I can kill it. Oh, nope, didn't hit it in time. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to turn in Ill Omens and get Cursed Talismans. And that should be this guy, the first one available.
You need some
Ill Omens, Cursed Talismans. Going to turn in Expedition Point.
How are ya?
And get disrupt their reinforcements. Reinforcements.
What can I do for you?
Get Zethgor Must Burn. Now I have a little system for quest items to use. So that is, I'm going to put that here. So I hit Enter key on my keypad, like, you know, at the bottom right corner. And then I do need to change this over from combat to combat and cooldowns, so that I have a little set of locations here that I can put things, so I can monitor the cooldown of that item. Here, kill any guys we see. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Yeah, there is a cooldown there, and it doesn't say what it is. It's really strange. Like right there, that cooldown. I don't know why it's doing that. It's very strange. Maybe I should look at the macro and see what the macro is doing. There's something else going on with that macro. It's not obvious to me. Nope. Nope. Just a basic thing. So it seems like it's taking longer than the global cooldown in some cases. Like sometimes it comes back sooner. Does it change if you're in bear form? 3-second cooldown. Okay. So when you're in bear form, it becomes a 3-second cooldown. So that's why. Okay, so you have to be in bear form to see the cooldown. So Thrash has a 6-second. This one has a 3-second. They don't... I mean, you'd think, oh, that lines up perfectly. It doesn't. It's really hard. Those are annoying. Come on. One of the joys of playing a tank, or having a tanking build that is not a true tank, but I can at least pretend to be one, because I'm still a feral build. And I still have all the right gear. Which reminds me, there's a really nice tanking boots that come from the Colossus quest over here. It's either Colossus or it's the other one. Okay, now that I'm here, I'm going to hit enter. Now we can more easily see the cooldown right there. Let's see, I have 6 of 12. Let me hide this other shit. As I do the each thing, they'll pop up. Watching that cooldown. Let me go kill something else while I'm waiting. Hi, buddy. My friend over here. I'm not too worried about like interrupting spells and things because I regen health so quickly, like ridiculously quickly, thanks to Ysera's gift, which I highly recommend when you're leveling. Oh my god, it's amazing. Like, I don't heal myself at all as this bear, but and I won't need to. Like, watch my health. See how it goes back up? That's Ysera's gift. Basically 1% of your health every 1 second. So if you have a lot of health, then you're healing, like compared to how much damage you're taking in. Okay, one more tower, and then 4 more cursed talismans. And what are we at? 10 bubbles. Again, we're going to burn through a lot of our rest bonus up front. 33%. That's not bad. As the quests keep going, we're going to kill fewer and fewer enemies per quest. And some quests won't even need to. We're just front-loading this kills. See how it was advantageous to have this as a separate thing? See, it's back faster. Kind of annoying. I'm still going to leave this Thrash macro the way it is because I still use it for cat form, where the kitty cat needs to just have everything on one button when it dumps, like this right here. Alright, so he does that, and it's not changing for some reason. I don't know why. That's where I was confused, where the if I hit this, it should be a swipe, right? But it's not. That back, see that it should be showing the other icon because it is letting me swipe, right? There's just something broken about that macro. When it's in cat form, it just doesn't behave. But it is swiping. One more. I have 2 more mass kill quests after this, and then it'll sort of dry up, and I won't have to kill more than a few things at a time. Sometimes even just one thing. Kill this named enemy kind of a thing. And I do try to... I don't go out of my way to not kill other enemies, but I don't go out of my way to kill. Like if a couple ads come in, I'm like, fine, that's whatever. But I don't like seek out or hunt extra enemies to kill as part of doing that quest. Come on, come on, come on. There we go.
Work complete.
All right. So now what are we doing? We just did these two, Zethgor. Now we're at Expedition Point, and then we'll do Warlords of Bleeding Hollow. Or Warlord of Bleeding Hollow. Remove that. Remove that. We're done with it. Turn these two in.
What can I do for you?
That one.
See you around.
Turn this in. There's no follow-up.
Well met.
594. Yeah.
Be careful.
Plate tends to be the most valuable, especially if it's a chest or legs. Sometimes chest or legs of like mail will be even pricier than a plate of some other slot. What I should do is I should notate which item to buy in my little list. That way I don't have to think about it as much. Now, one nice thing about the kitty cat is I can just stealth. I come in here and I can stealth and bypass like extra mobs, so I don't go out of my way to kill them. Then I come over here. Oh. This thing. There we go. Alright.
Work complete.
Crawl my way back out. Don't even need to heal, because Ysera's gift is doing its work. I use that just to get rid of it off my screen sometimes. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to explore to the east of Zethgor, right? And then I'm going to go turn this quest in. So the reason I do that is because there's a little area to the east here that, there's actually two areas. There's these mountains that'll give me a little bit of XP. And then the actual named area to the right that'll give me a little bit of XP. Like if I look at my explore, Outland, explore, Hellfire Peninsula, you can see all the ones that are not yet checked off. This is Void Ridge. So, boom, see that? Okay, now we're gonna head back to the quest turn in. I love the sense of control that I have inside, since I know exactly where to go, what I'm doing, that I know I've optimized this to the best of my ability, based on looking things up, searching through Wowhead, looking at WildDB. They had a really nice write-up of the zone. It was like, oh, that's really helpful. I'll sort of use that as... I actually did the whole zone twice on a couple of characters just to refresh my memory. And then I started compiling this list. Be careful of that there. See, these portals will spawn an elite. If you're okay with fighting an elite, that's fine. I want to avoid it personally. Just not that I can't do it, it's just time consuming and way too much XP for what I want. Or unnecessary XP. Now let's put this right there so I can see. When this says goes from 0 to 1, that's when this portal is ready to close. This teleporter. One more. Let's just go to that much. Flame waves. Man, those used to hurt. Ugh. Back in the original BC when it first came out, those flame waves were like murderous. They've toned it down quite a bit. Okay, when you're doing this, come to the side and do it, right? Because this does spawn an elite, and that elite sort of pass over to that area. So if you just stand at the side, you can just click on it and it still works. You don't need to feel the need to go inside. It's completely unnecessary. Okay. One, okay. This is nice, there's no one else here. Usually I have to fight for enemies. Hopefully I'll get 3 from this pack. Oh, I got 4. Nice. Okay, so I'm done here.
Work complete.
Now we're going to go back and... Okay, so the next task is to go back, turn this in, then I'm going to do a bombing run. So all means I do the begin, the do, and the end all in one shot.
What's on
Hello.
your mind? See you soon.
Bombing run. Talk to this guy, say I'd like to go on a bombing run.
Bless you.
Now you have a second to prepare here, so I'm going to put the bomb here so I can see the cooldown. I don't need it as much for this. Actually, I'm going to put this on Shift Q for quest. Q for quest. Shift Q. Because I already have Q occupied with Prowl. Because Q is a very convenient key for like class-based things. Okay, so this and then boop. Just shoot it right on there. Boom. We're going to fly around for a little bit. They do give you time to like aim if you're unaware, you know. If the first time you've done it, you're like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. There it is. How do I hit it? You can, you know, take your time to set it up. So there it's ready again. So now, as soon as I'm able to get this circle in the center of it, boom, throw. There's my bomb. Boom.
Work complete.
Easy peasy. Japanesey. Or lemon squeezy. All right, I'll move this off and move that off. I'm going to hide this Return to Honor Hold quest. Don't need that for a while. Okay, so I'm going to turn this in.
Hi.
Let's see. So let me start putting in Battle Scarred Leggings. Battle Scarred Leggings. See, I just have this listed here for now. I'll fix that up and make it prettier. I like using color to indicate certain things. Okay, now we get Shatter Point. I'm going to talk to this guy and say, send me to Shatter Point.
Go with honor.
And that's
friend.
way over here. Yes, we have quests to turn in and things to do here. We'll get to all that. One of the ways that I'm optimizing this is I'm not doing a lot of back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Just want to go here, do some things, go here, do some things, go here, do some things, then back over here, then back here, then we'll go up to there, then to here, then to here, then to here. We'll do one round here, one round all the way down to here, and then we'll go over here and finish up. That way we're not like crisscrossing the zone on this much slower flyer. Even if it wasn't a slow flyer, I would probably still like try to optimize the pathing just so I didn't spend any more time than necessary flying around. Sort of minimize that so that, you know, it's not just about XP, it's, you know, XP per hour. I don't want to like waste a bunch of time.
How are you? Be good.
Keep your
Wing
work
Commander,
complete.
yep. Gonna get the Abyssal Shelf mission.
What can I do for you? Great to meet you. Off with
Nope.
you.
Talk to this lady.
Hello.
and say, send me to the abyssal shelf.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Take this black bomb, put it here and here. So yeah, I don't want to spend any more time than necessary just doing nothing, which is essentially what flying is, right? You're not doing anything. You're just trying to move from one quest hub to the next. So if I had to teleport to get there, I would use that, but you have to fly there, so trying to minimize that time if possible. I'm gonna kill that cannon, because that's the first one thing available. It's a nice pack. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, it's a nice pack. I'm watching this mostly. Where are the overseers? There's one. Like shit, I'm missing the overseers. These big guys. That guy right there, that's an overseer. You gotta kill 5 of those. I'll save it, and then I'll do both of those at once. Peons. There's an overseer. And a couple peons. Overseer and a gun. I have all my cannons, don't I? Need one more overseer. I'll be able to get him on this last swing around. I don't like that the game like moves your camera for you. It's really annoying. It's like I'll be all set up, and then all of a sudden it'll rotate,
Work
and
complete.
my cursor position will have moved. It's very annoying. If it were very gradual all the time, that would not be so bad. But all of a sudden it'll start rotating really quickly because of the way they coded their flying. It's annoying. Okay, so after this, I'm going to do go to the front, which will start our very last kill 15, 20 things quest. After that, it's just kill a few things with a couple little ancillary kills, you know, as things add in. But we're not going out of our way to kill, 15, 20 things at once. Let's see how many bubbles. 7 bubbles. That's not bad.
You got my attention.
Okay. Easy.
Watch your back.
Work complete.
To the front. I'll probably compile a loot list later.
Well
We're
met.
going to go to Honor Point.
See you soon.
We're not going to do the Abyssal Shelf. I don't even know why you would do that again. Does it give Honor Hold Rep? I think I did it once by accident. I'm like, this is stupid. And I basically just, in protest, I just sat on the mount and waited till I got back. I'm going to use this, though, now, because why not? So we're going to turn this in. Going to get the quest. Disruption Forge Camp Mageddon. Do that. Turn it in. Get enemy of my enemy. Do that. Turn it in. Get Invasion Point Annihilator. We're going to do 2 explorations. Then over Invasion of Point Annihilator, I'm going to do that and grab the drop that starts a quest called the Dark Missive. So if you want to follow along, you can capture that thing and you can see what I'm doing.
Greetings. Be careful. Light
Someone was just there, so I have competition for kills, which is unusual at this time of day. Prepare here, so I can kill these guys. Stay with me. If you don't keep killing them, they bug out. Good. Very nice arrangement. Nice grouping. Need to kill, what, 10 of these guys? Alright, so... Razor Saw, I gotta kill him too. I want to get him away from those Sisters of Grief. Because they'll pull too. Come on. Excellent. I'll get that one because it has 2 of them. Wait for that Forge Fiend to go away. I'd rather not kill the cannon because I would want it later, but the next quest after this is to kill 3 cannons, so it's a shame to have to kill a cannon. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm 62. What that means is I have Mark of the Wild. Where? You're under M. That there. I'll update. Voodoo. So when I alt left click, it'll cast it, and then I'll make sure that it's shown in the 3 position right here. Mark of the Wild. Overwrite, reload UI. So it writes that all to disk. So if I crash or the game lags or something, it doesn't like lose all that change. So now I can just go alt left click. Now I have Mark of the Wild. I just need 2 more servants. Little servant dudes. Are they gonna come back? Obviously, it's much easier to do this if there's no one else here. Fortunately, there are 2 camps here, Rage and Mageddon, so this is the Rage camp. So we'll just, here we go. I can just come right in here. Kill these 2. Kill the gun. Just this little, nice little AoE damage here. Try not to pull anything else. 1, just because I don't need the XP, or I don't want the XP. Well, I want the XP, I just don't want to burn through my rest bonus. I'm trying to get this to 50% or less rest bonus usage. Okay, so after enemy, I turn that in, then I get Invasion Point Annihilator, which is this spot over here. To the west. Or, yeah, west. I was going to say northwest, but no, that's the seat up here, which we will fly over. We're going to do some flyovers for this, for the XP.
Need help?
For just the straight. Okay, so enemy of my enemy, but now we're going to go over here. We're going to explore northeast, because flying through here on the quest didn't actually uncover this for us. Or at least it shouldn't have. There we go. Discovered that. Being on the on that mount did not expose that area for us, which was annoying. Like, it didn't give us the discovery. Okay. Throne of Kil'jaeden. I meant throne, not seat. Not seat. Okay. Now we're headed over there. I will discover Thrallmire later, as I'm on my way from Path of Glory to Outland Sucks, which is right there. Six bubbles. Hopefully I'll only have to kill 1 enemy here, but sometimes I have to kill 3 or 4. Looks like I might be able to get away with just 1. Shit. Pick up the Burning Legion missive. That's the quest drop. I'll deal with that in a moment. I'm going to get in here and click on this. I just picked up the key, dude. Oh, what am I thinking? Duh. Okay, I was an idiot. I got ahead of myself, didn't I? I'm going to do enemy of my enemy. Shit. Okay, that was my mistake. My bad. I got ahead of myself. I lost my place. I'm doing cannons now. Rats. Well, you saw a preview of coming attractions. Fortunately, I could not have to kill a bunch of other things while I'm doing the cannons. So a little extra rest bonus eaten up from that. Me? Sidetracked? Never. Well, this is nice. I don't have to kill a bunch of other enemies. So that saved me a little bit of...
Work complete.
the timing of that saved me some extra kills on those.
Light be with you. Be careful.
Now invasion point annihilator. I'll hold off starting that until it's the actual time that I would normally have gotten it from the drop. Fortunately, you can, if you want to avoid all these quests, you can just go right to him and kill him, and you'll still get this drop from him, which does start a small series of things. You could argue that I should, as soon as I get to this point, I should just not do any of these other quests and just go right to him and kill him. That is a reasonable thing to think. Now I have... Ah, shit. Is that guy gonna leave there? Son of a bitch. He's just standing in my way. And you can't be flying and do it. It's this thing right up here you have to click. Okay, there we go. Now we have to go turn that in. And since I would now have picked this up, I can go ahead and start this. The Dark
Work
Missive.
complete.
And now we are down here. Gonna turn that in. We're gonna go do the laying waste to the unwasted, or unwanted, which is this one that I picked up early on. Now the reason I waited to do that is because it's easier to do if you're a 61 or higher. If you're 60, you're more likely to be spotted when you do it the way I'm going to do it. And I don't want to be spotted. So 61 and especially 62, you're basically invisible. Because the enemies there are all 58 and 59. So now we're headed for this spot right here. And we're gonna equip this torch on enter. And it does have a cooldown, but it's short enough that it won't matter. Because the time it takes for me to fly from one blade thrower to the next is longer than its cooldown. So we're going to go to this first blade thrower. And what we're going to do is we're not going to be on the ground. We're just going to be up in the air. We're going to land on this big square thing and position ourselves over here. Whoops. Right there. And use the flamethrower. Or the torch. Now notice nothing down there noticed us. Here's the second one. All 58, 59. So we're basically invisible to them up here. I have been up here at 58 and they will see if they're close enough. Like if they path right underneath, they'll be like, "Roar!" And then you can't fly away because you're in combat and they won't leave combat. So the next one. Bloop, 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 bloop. Now this fourth one is odd. It doesn't work if you stand over here. So like if I do this, it shouldn't work, right? See, it needs to be in front of you. So you actually have to go over here and do it the other way. This is the only one. Okay. So now we're going to go to the PvP area, which is these three locations over here. We're going to actually get this over here as well. This wall, this ramparts wall. There's Citadel. The ramparts, all easy XP that doesn't count against rest bonus. Because remember, rest bonus is only eaten when you personally kill things with your abilities, either solo or as part of a group. So killing enemies in dungeons, killing enemies outside. It doesn't count for like bombing runs because you're not using your own spells. You know, you're not hitting things with a stick, basically. You know, that you're carrying, that's your own stick. You're using some sort of in-game equipment, you know, that's given to you just for that quest. That doesn't count. At least as far as I've ever been able to tell. All right, so there's all 3 of those. Nice little chunk of XP. We have 5 bubbles left. We'll use probably most or all of that. Maybe. We might have 1 bubble left when I'm done. Now we're going to go to invading the Citadel, which I picked up earlier, and we're going to turn that in. Citadel is like right over, where is it? Here it is. The ramparts, right there. Turn this in.
Greetings.
Go. Quests don't count against exploration. Neither quests nor exploration nor, well, bombing things doesn't count either. But quests don't count against rest bonus. Exploration does not count against rest bonus. Only killing things. So that's why I did that front loading, because there's a bunch of quests that follow up that don't need killing. Let's see here. Turn in scale brand breastplate. Right. Normally, if these weren't usable, this would have like a little gold icon on it.
Very good.
Right. So now we're going to return to honor hold. We're going to go to the inn, turn in this, get this one and do it, then begin those, then turn this in and get those. And I keep forgetting to use my agility potion. Maybe I'll just not use it. Screw it, I'll use it now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, so upstairs to turn in return to honor hold.
The
Turn that in.
not forgotten.
Get digging for parabeads. I'm going to not do the most annoying quest in Hellfire Peninsula, which is the other one that he gave. So annoying. So annoying. It's where you put down a pylon. It takes place like over in this area, where you put down a pylon and you kill enemies nearby. You basically have to kill every enemy twice. It's really annoying. And they charge at you and stun you, and it's like, ugh. Just no more, please. No more. The quest that guy's doing right there, that's the follow-up to these 2 quests. Fell spirits. Right there.
Favor the road.
We're not doing it, because we don't have to. Oh, I need to get these 2 quests.
Hey there.
Old gift and the Longbeard.
What can I do for you? Go with honor, friend.
Work complete.
It's much easier to keep focused when I'm not talking, when I'm not, quote, entertaining, you know? But I did want to at least record this once for posterity, even if no one else ever watches it. At least I can go back, you know, when I'm an invalid and I can't move, and I'm being fed with a spoon and someone's wiping my butt. I can at least watch these and relive the old glory days.
Warm wishes to you. Be kind to those less fortunate.
Nope, not Heart of
Remember
Darkness.
the
Path of
lessons of
Glory.
the past. Die on this,
And then Overlord.
safe journey.
For the Alliance.
Okay, done here. Now we're going to go do the Path of Glory. Oh, Magtheridon, nice. We're going to get a buff. Right? This is the PvP buff. I think there's another one that gives us like 5% damage when someone kills Magtheridon. Isn't that how that works? Maybe not. Okay, so I'm going to put this right here because this is the vial that we're going to use. Ah, the Fell Reaver's about to cross the path. What's funny is there's a pet trainer right over here. There's like an area between like there and there that's danger area. You should really watch out for the Fell Reaver that's about to cross. But right over here, where the pet trainer is, it's pretty much safe. Right? Like, probably there. Because, you know, they wouldn't put a pet trainer where it's dangerous to stand. Because you do have to stand there the whole time, right? I wish this didn't have a cooldown. That's the one thing that works against this particular quest and makes it slightly annoying is it takes too long to do because of that stupid cooldown. They need to change that and make it have half of that amount. That's one reason why I don't do the quest where you pick up all the rocket parts, which is in case of emergency. I did test that, and it takes forever to pick up 30 parts. Ugh, it's so tedious. You have to fly around, land, pick it up, fly around, land, pick it up. It's just ugh. And the whole time you're like trying to navigate all the enemies that are sort of froggering around. Whoops, it's just not worth doing. It's faster just to go like kill 5 or 10 things instead. But again, one of the goals that I have is to maintain as much rest bonus as I can. Just as a fun little thing to do on the side. I don't have to do it, but it's just like this fun little challenge. How much rest bonus can I not use while leveling as much as possible here? Now we did Path of Glory. We're going to fly high over Thrallmar. So I'm going to sort of aim up into the air. We're going to fly over Thrallmar. I'm going to do Outland Sucks. Then I'm going to do Overlord. Then I'm going to go to the Temple of Telemet. Now there's a breadcrumb that will send me there, but it's not available yet because I would have to go and return Path of Glory, right? Go turn this in, then I get go to Temple Telemet, whatever. But I'll still get it. It still gives me the same XP. I'll just do it later. It's fine. No harm, no foul. Make sure you're high enough that these guys aren't gonna... That guy is level 70, and they're elite, so they're gonna come kill you if you're too low. Right. Easy way to get down. Remove that.
Yo!
Outland sucks,
Be gone.
yes. Now, as a druid, you can sort of cheese this, like I did with the picking up parts on the ground. That's the one argument I could make for you doing the in case of emergency on a druid, is you don't have to land, you can just hover. Now these guys are melee when they're underground, so when they come up they are ranged, but underground they're melee, so you're pretty much invisible to them. If you're even 1 foot off the ground, I can fly right over them. Well, that one just made a liar out of me. But if you get too close, yes, they will pop, but you have to get pretty close. A lot closer than if you're standing on the ground, basically.
Work
6
complete.
of those. No combat necessary. It's a beautiful thing. Turn that in.
Hey, how you doing?
Get some nice fell iron for free. I'm not going to get the follow-up. Now we're going to do Overlord. Now Overlord is funny. There's Overlord, right, which is no longer an elite. You can solo him pretty easily. But the problem is he has these 2 lady friends that path around, and they're really problematic. If you get him and them at the same time, it can be really painful. So we want to avoid getting them if possible. We want to kill him very quickly. So I'm going to basically come over, try to Zerg him down very quickly. He will summon a couple of elementals, which we don't have to kill right away. Right? Sort of trying to avoid pulling her. Tell you what, I'm gonna just jump down here. See what that does. I haven't tried this yet. At least gonna like... Are they gonna time out? Be interesting. Let me see if I can get them to time out. Because I got my quest done. They're just gonna hang out there forever. Nice. Okay, so they despawned. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Cool. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the Temple of Telemet. I'm going to get the flight path, which I did forget to do one time, and that was annoying. Oh, let's go over this way on the way and grab all these spots. Normally you get this one for free, but there's another hidden one over here, which is this little capital of this little area where the big guys live, like the... I don't know. I don't remember if they used to be elites or something, but it's like a different little area that you end up... There we go. The post. The game changes so much from version to version that it's hard to keep straight sometimes. What enemies have been elites, when they've been nerfed. They'll get nerfed at some point. It's just a matter of when. Okay, so we're going to grab the flight path here. We hit 63. We might hit
May the
63.
light praise you.
Okay, so we've got the flight path. Gonna grab... Okay, so now that we're here, we're gonna grab an ambitious plan, helping the Cenarian Post and the Rockflayer Matriarch.
Warm wishes
Grab
to
that.
you. May your days be long and your heart.
By the light
Grab helping the
embrace you.
Cenarian Post.
Blessings upon you.
Gonna grab Rockflayer Matriarch
Not give up. Sure.
and
The
In Search of
Legion's end
Sedai.
draws near.
Sedai is right over here. So we can do this all in one shot. On the ground over here. We don't even have to land. You can do this on any class and just hover in the air.
Work complete.
Ooh, 1 second. I'll be right back. I don't know if it's causation or correlation, but what they say about coffee and bowel movements does seem to be true. That's all I'll say about that.
Good fortune.
Turn that in. We're not going to get any follow-ups. Now we go down to the Cenarian Post. We will be going over here next. This used to be really difficult. They used to be elites. But now they're very easy to kill. A bit of a nuisance, but still somewhat easy to kill. They're a nuisance because they spawn little rock ads. So if you're not prepared for that, you can get caught off guard like, whoa, there's more things coming. We're going to turn this in and get 2 quests.
Greetings, traveler.
We're going to get
Hello.
Colossal Menace and
How may I help?
Cenarian Expedition, and that's it. We're going to go kill a dude. We're going to do this starting out in feral form, then I'm going to swap to bear form. So I'm going to stick him with a nice bleed. There we go. Oh, we didn't get the other one. Why? Now we're just going to AoE with bear form. The stuns I can do without. There's 2 little guys that spawn. Okay, now this one, if we look at my little cheat sheet here, we're right here. I ended this, then I picked up those 2, and I started this Colossal Menace quest, but only to the point where I can just pick up that drop item. Then it's right here. I'm going to start this quest, come back over here.
Complete.
Very important that you don't do all of Colossal Menace
What
first.
brings you?
The Earthbinder is the follow-up. You talk to her, say yes. I'm going to take her quest, but I'm going to help her here. I'm going to help her kill this enemy that spawns. She's going to plant that little seed. Otherwise, she stays engaged and she won't let you do any questing. Like, I happen to get that Earthbinder quest quickly enough. Sometimes she'll, like, start her little script before you even get a chance to get the Earthbinder quest. Now, you don't get XP for this kill. I don't know why. You don't. At least I never have before. See, there's no XP from that. All right, so now that we've helped her kill it, we can go over here. We're going to go to the back of this crystal, which is where this little event takes place. And if we need to, we'll clear a couple extra colossi that are pathing around. We have to kill 4 more for that quest. Okay, so we'll just go to bear form and do this. 1. Do a few of them here. We basically want to make this area clear around this little green thing on the ground, this little rune. The other thing that's annoying about this is you're not ready for the stuns, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed because of those stuns if you're not ready for them. That's why having a bleed on the enemies, which is what Thrash is so handy, because they can be dying while you're doing the quest. This seems to be clear enough. Now we'll do this little acorn kind of looking icon here. A dude's going to appear. He's going to be emoting. You can't stop this, right? When he appears, you're not done. You're only done when he asks for the assist to defend. Once that happens, then you can stop. And if you do stop, like if you get attacked, you have to start this whole process over again. It's kind of annoying. Let me hide this other stuff. They'll reappear as they have things to do. Okay, there we go. Defend the crystal. Now this guy might add, and that's fine. Now this enemy will knock you back, so try not to point your back at the crack here. It's okay if you point it to the area you just cleared. See that? And it's okay if you get this out. Bear form. These guys won't knock you back like that other guy did. But yeah, I was doing when I was doing I was playing a Death Knight in the hardcore player-made hardcore version of Wrath of the Lich King, and I had a Death Knight, and he was here, and he got knocked down into that crack, and he almost died. That was really stunning. This was back when these things were elites, still. I think, okay, I did all 5. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to turn in Natural Remedies and Colossus. Or Colossal Menace. Turn both of those in. Nice rewards. Very nice rewards, actually, for some classes. So, like, look at that. Look at that. Not only good tanking pants, but also good DPS boots because of the hit, right? Very nice tanking boots. So put that on, save that. Over here, turn this in, and I think one of these is for really good for Shaman. That one's just really nice XP. Look at that, 20,000 XP for each one of those. Okay, so now we need to go over this way. Sorry, we're gonna travel to the southwest to pick up the Shannari Wastes, okay. Or the ruins of Shannara. We're gonna go over to the Longbeards, which is over here. On the way, we should get a couple of discoveries. I should grab Falcon Watch. I need to make a note to do that. Here, let me add that in. Normally you would get this because you're flying directly there. Let me do this. Let me go. Okay, so in between here and here, let's insert 3 below. I'll copy these, paste that here, and then copy and actually copy, paste. Formulas only. There we go. 45, 56, 47. There we go. Excellent. Okay, so Falcon Watch. Do explore north of... Shit, what would I call this? Explore to the east. Maybe that's enough for now to get Falcon Watch. Again, up in the air because it's a little horde outpost. So you want to be clobbered. There we go. Did I get the XP? Does not give you XP for this? Oh. Maybe it's just the, yeah, it is part of the exploration, so probably good that I went there. Okay, now we have the Netherguard bitter that I bought at Netherguard
What's
Keep.
on your mind?
So gaining Marin's trust.
Yes, complete. Say,
Turn that in.
what can I do for you?
Turn in the breadcrumb, and now we're just going to go right down here to the Den of Halesh. We're going to do the Den of Halesh, and we're going to do everything regarding Aru's Orb, which starts with a drop from a named NPC right here. Lots of enemies right here, and they do knock back, so don't put your back to the open chasm there. Okay. Avru's Orb. Begin that.
We're complete.
Head over this way. You can see my health is coming back thanks to Ysera's gift. Absolutely wonderful talent to pick for questing. Now I'm going to come over here. Since I am a druid, I can just click on this. I don't have to land or anything. I think you can do that when you're even on a normal flyer. Now this guy, he will come up here. He will seek you out once he goes live. Right? Maybe not. Maybe you have to be a certain distance. He always did for me. Now, you're not going to actually kill him, so there's no XP from killing him here. He will just go passive, like green. And then you'll leave combat. And he'll go back down. At which point you can turn in the quest. You get really, really nice neck piece. And also a really nice healing ring. So I think I'm just going to go with the neck piece for now. Because I can really use that. Because my neck piece is currently really crappy. Right? Okay, now we're going to go do Rockflare Matriarch, which is right here. That'll give us the Great Fissure exploration, which this is the Great Fissure. Doesn't look all that great to me. Again, kitty form, feral, stealth in, grab Black Talon the Savage. Used to be elite. Not that difficult anymore. People used to be like, doing this one, they would link the quest and then groups would form and they would do it. Just like Asius the Cruel for Overlord or Drill the Drill Master. Down in the pit next to the guard tower. Right over here. Right over here. Okay, so now we're going... Let's see. It says, explore south of the Great Fissure and then explore southwest of the Warp Fields. Okay. We're going to go south of the Great Fissure. I'll hide that. Don't need to see it. And I'll hide that. Don't need to see it. Let's see. We're going to do an ambitious plan next. And an old gift. Not that I need to see them either, because I already have this sort of on speed dial in a way. Okay, so Razorthorn Rise. I need to sort of figure this out. I need to maybe add this in. Nope, it is added in. Explore southwest of the warp fields. I already have that in. Okay. These are the warp fields right here. So I want this Razorthorn Trail, which is right there. There we go. Now we're going to the warp fields. We need to find an uncontrolled void. And I need to make sure that this is on enter. So there we go. Okay, he just vanished, so let's look over on the other side. Has to be uncontrolled. It won't work with the rogues. Okay, now the trick with this is you have to use this item when he's low health. So if you kill very, very quickly, try to hold back on your DPS, right? I'm gonna spam it. Spam, 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 spam. There we go. When he hit that little window of like 10% health or whatever it was right before he died, that's why I had it there, so I could just like spam my enter key really quickly. Any more? So he drops like this crystal thing that you loot. So it's not him that you loot for the item. It's like a spawned crystal thing that sort of hovers in the air. That's what completes the quest. And there we go. Okay, so now we're going to turn this in. We're all done with killing. That's the red. Everything with red is something where you have killing, right? So this, you know, all of these. These are where you're burning. Anything that's red is where you're burning rest bonus. Anything that is, yeah, I think that's it. Anything that's red is where you're in danger. Green is you're safe. This is where you're in danger, and there's also pay attention because you're going to get a drop. That's my color coding there. Okay, so we're going to turn in, and we have 3 bubbles left. Nice. So we started at 51%, and we're down to 11%. Not bad. That was actually kind of low compared to prior runs. That's like, what was that? 40% XP that I used? 40% of rest bonus? Okay, we're gonna end Overlord. We're going to the keep first, because it's the first one on our way. Overlord is this one right here.
What can I do for you?
It doesn't matter which one you grab. It doesn't matter which one I grab because I have all heirloom trinkets and I have the fall trinket, which
Each
I
day
prefer to
is a
have.
blessing.
And now I get my Temple of Talamet quest.
May your days be long.
We're not doing Heart of Darkness. Because I don't like it. I never did like the quests that take place in the Pools of Agonar. So I just don't do them. Screw it. I don't do quests I don't like. Before I would usually just do it because it's a whole bunch of enemies in one spot and you need the XP when you're, you know, before they nerfed everything. But now I'm like, nope, not gonna do it.
Welcome.
So now we're gonna go to Temple of Talamet.
Watch your back.
So we did these, right? Got this breadcrumb. We're gonna turn in the breadcrumb, turn in Flayer Matriarch, gonna turn that in, then we're gonna fly out to Zangarmarsh. And at that point, once we turn in those quests at Temple of Talamet, we're done with Hellfire Peninsula. And that was a nice 2.1 levels of XP for very little effort in a very coordinated, concise, targeted way that didn't even use a half of a fully saved rest bonus. Just under half of fully saved rest bonus. Oh wow, some high level killed him. killed him. Ah, a 90. So that's the only way his health is at 400. He might be coming back and slumming and doing the old quests for Lore Master.
Upon you.
Warm wishes to
1, 2, and then 3 turn-ins, and then we're done with Zenger. We're done with Hellfire Peninsula, and then we're going to go to my favorite Outland Zone, which is Zangarmarsh, which I love. I have so many good memories of Zangarmarsh. It just, like, Hellfire Peninsula is fun to come to because it's dangerous and it's all red and danger, right? And you're like this new place that you've never been to before in this other world. But when you're done with Hellfire Peninsula, you're like really done with it. Like, get me the hell out of here. This place is so ugly. It's tedious, and there's these fell reavers that run around and try to kill you. It's like, ugh. I just need a place that's chill, like tranquil, like where I can just like go meditate. And that's what Zangarmarsh is like. Very chill. The music is cool. The ambiance, the vibe is cool. It's the first zone in the entire game to feel like this, right? It's just like really weird and ethereal. The music is fantastic. Some people hate this zone, but I love it. Turn that in. Now we're going to go to Telrador, get the flight path, fly to Shatrath, set our hearth, and then clean our inventory, and then we'll be done. Now, I've not put together a leveling guide for myself for this zone yet. I did level through it recently on my on Dingle route. He's 68 now. I just basically went through and just to refresh my brain on all the quests and like start to think about what I wanted to do with the other characters. So I just was leveling him all the way to 68, and most of that without rest bonus, just to sort of go back in and see what I could do. Like Kurenai Red, for example, is something that you begin up here and you finish down here. It's like, can I avoid doing every single quest up here and not be friendly with Kurenai and still do a sufficient number of things down here? Yes, I can. So that was one thing that I figured out in the process of doing Dingle route to 68. He's right there, 68. He's actually parked in Dalaran. And I'll do another video once I get Zangarmarsh all figured out. Once I get all these characters to finish this one script that I've written, right? And they're all sort of parked in Shatrath. By then I might be doing like the Dark Moon Fair weekly stuff. The profession quests, I'll cycle through those. Then I'll probably come back through and work out the Zangarmarsh stuff. And then I'll make a video on that as well when I'm about halfway finished with it. That way I sort of have my bearings and I've got my script sort of worked out. Get some, put the finishing touches on it. Like I'm still doing now. You can see now I'm at the very bottom. Fly to Shat, set hearth, clean up inventory, log out. Now, if you're, I normally set it to over
what do
here,
you seek?
Just because it's close enough to the
Keep your
bank
wits
that I
about
like
you.
and the flight path. But if you're a Draenei, if you're a space goat, this platform is hostile to you until you do the introductory quest, which I don't do anymore. The one that you get the tour of the town. Easy to do, but it takes flipping forever. So I'm not on any of these characters.
State your business.
That.
Anubelore
Over here.
Delana.
Choose wisely.
So this. Let's sell all this. Sell the junk. Junk items are grays and anything that I can't possibly ever wear. So
Salama Ashalanore.
we'll put
Anaria Shola.
nothing in the bank. Okay.
Shorelaran.
my ever-growing list of cloths that I need. I'll put this back over here. Then I will mail the fell iron and the rune cloth to the auction character. And now I'm cleaned up. Let's make sure I'm healed up. Get my gear repaired. Not bad. I need 400 gold for my North Ren flying, and I'll have it by the time I get there. So I won't have to dip into the guild bank reserves. And that's it. That's my following the script. And if you want to see it again, I'll just scroll from the top. If you want to copy this down or something. That's it. Thanks for joining. See you guys.